Well, hey y'all, what you doing out there in Onward No Matter What land? Who's gonna join me? I know there has to be a few of you, or y'all just working your business massively. So it has been a busy day for everybody, I'm sure. And if not, I want to know why. Why hasn't it been busy for you? What is the temperature of your business? That is a huge question, you know. Seems like people are either hot or cold. Well, hey, Miss Wendy, how are you? Good to see you. Thanks for joining me. Robin, how are you? Uh-oh, here comes Clay Thomas. Trouble's on the way. Can't wait to see you in Vegas, Mr. Clay Thomas. So what is the temperature of your business? That's what I got to thinking today. You know what, Lee and I, and for some of you this is not hot, but I got to tell you that it was 98 degrees with I don't know how much humidity out there, but I swear it felt close to 100%. And I just thought, I'm going to die. I just am going to die getting in and out of this car. I was house sitting for my niece, and had to go out and like feed the dogs and all outside and stand out there while they was eating. And I was like, wow. I mean, I was like, might as well have not even taken a shower. It was so hot. I had another shower standing outside. So it was crazy. And I know a lot of you in the other states are dealing with the same thing. And you know, sometimes we use the excuse of heat to stop us from working our business. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Miss Lisa Hoffman. Second fave of all time. Mwah. Hey, I'll take the backseat to Teresa Paul anytime. You know that. That's all right. So I know a lot of you are, say you're struggling right now. And, you know, and it's okay. Look, I'm not going to tell you this business is never a struggle. I'm here to tell you it is. And, but I'm also here to tell you that what you tell yourself is exactly what it's going to be. Oh my God, it's going to be 104 today. You know I'm not going to find no customers in 104-degree weather. You are the same people who say, oh my God, it is 16 degrees today and I'm not going to find anybody in this cold. You got to quit thinking that way. You tell yourself that, that's what's going to happen. And look, I'm not telling you to go out there and get sunstroke or frostbite or anything else. That's not what I'm saying. But, you know, I don't see that you quit living your life just because it's hot or cold. And what I find is that sometimes the slow and steady, let's talk about it in a temperature gauge. You know, you find sometimes even with people on your team, they're either really hot, they're up here, or they're really cold, they're down here. And all you're looking for is this steady for your business, steady for your team. And yes, you know, events can be something that that sometimes they're very difficult to have in the summer. But what I like to do when it's that hot in the summer is I am making plans for my fall events. I am making time for the fairs, for the events like the holiday events that they have at craft fairs and churches who have their bazaars. And sometimes you find all the companies getting together, all the direct sales companies are getting together and they're doing things like bingos and quarter sales and things like that. There are event pages that you can find in your state, in your county, in your town. The newspaper sometimes puts it out there to find out when the weather cools, where are you going to be? It's not always about just being out there in the 101-degree heat. It's about what are you doing to ensure that when that heat gives, are you going to be ready to get out there and do what you need to do? Sometimes we just find so many excuses. There is no wonder that you get anything done. Matter of fact, I'm surprised you even open your eyes in the morning, to be quite honest. I mean, thinking about all those excuses must be very tiring. Saw a couple of remarks on Onward today as I was glancing through, sweating myself to death, waiting for the dogs. People saying, oh, this just isn't working for me. Oh my gosh, I just find this is so hard. I can't find any customers. Oh man, and you know, let me tell you what's funny. Do you know that all three of those people, when I went to their pages on Facebook, do you know that there was nothing about Avon on their Facebook pages? Not a dang thing. And I'm not telling you that's where all your business comes from. But people who say I can't find people tells me they're probably going to the three people in their family who were never going to support them to start with. Maybe they share it to the one girl at work who's probably already selling Mary Kay, so she feel like a traitor. She may not buy from you. Instead of just having the books handy and thinking about anybody who crosses my path, I'm going to have a smile, I'm going to have a brochure, and I'm going to say, hey, have you seen that Avon brochure lately? Oh no, I haven't. I would love to. I would love to share one with you. Can I get your name and number? Can I get your email to contact you when the order is due? There is just so much. Hey, Anna Bonnie, my buddy Anna Bonnie is on here. Thanks for watching, Anna. Anna is somebody to follow. If you guys are not following Anna Bonnie, you need to. She is a superstar in Avon. Just love her to death. Actually, somebody who is, in my earlier days with Avon, man, let me tell you something. I look to her and her upline, David and Rosa, and still do to this day. I love to see the pictures that you post, Anna. I love to see them. Keep posting them with you and your team out there doing the tables, doing the tents. You all don't care what the temperature is out there. You are out there getting it done. I know Avon appreciates it, and I know that money coming into the reps is definitely good too, so I love that. Somebody else I want to encourage you guys to follow, Miss Dana O'Daniel. Dana O'Daniel is an executive in Avon, I believe, and she is somebody who is definitely an inspiration. She is down in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, someplace I have never been, but I do intend to go one day. And I have to tell you, she is always happy. She is always sharing. I love it when she comes into my group and share. She inspires so many. She has an awesome team. She took, I believe, her first national award in 2015, if I am not mistaken. I watched her get it. It was so amazing. Her husband was there with her. We could not be any prouder of her. She is our Avon family. No, she's not part of my team, but neither are most of you either. But I definitely love to see these people who are working so hard in their business and they love what they do. So if you don't know who Dana O'Daniel is, shame on you. You need to get to know who she is. She's a wonderful, wonderful inspiration to me and so many others. Oh my God, are you kidding me? Is Emily live streaming too? Gosh, I thought I checked everybody out to make sure they weren't. I did not want to get on when somebody else was live streaming. Emily, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do it then. Okay, well, half of you go watch her and half of you can stay watching me if you don't mind, or I'll just sit here and talk to myself, whichever is better. So I hope many of you are going to join the Onward call tomorrow, 8:30. Lee's going to have some tunes for you guys. Working on a great little, you got to be on the call part to hear the music, and believe me, he puts a lot into this. Get on the call, crack up with him, laugh with him, have a good time with him, be jiving in your seat, you know what I'm saying, doing a little dancing, you know, everybody, you know, do your electric slide or whatever it is y'all are doing out there now, but you can do it with Lee. He's going to be playing the music. We're also going to be live streaming tomorrow. That's been going pretty well. So for those of you who are like in your car or whatever, don't wreck. Don't try to watch me live streaming. Get on your phone. Get on your Bluetooth. Don't get on your phone. You're not supposed to do that. But get on your Bluetooth. Let the speaker play. And get on there and listen. We are going to talk about not taking things so personal. I want you to think about a Q-tip. Think about it. Q-tip. Quit taking things personal. We are going to talk about how we do that with our teams, and it's not good. We are going to talk about how we do that in our business with customers and in life, and it's not good. We are going to start learning how to have some fun in this business, and when you can laugh at yourself and not take everything personal and not get so caught up with what everybody else is doing or not doing, that you will not only thrive as a business owner, but you will thrive as an individual. And I'm telling you, if you are thriving as a person, if you are thriving to be the best person that you can be personally, there is no way that your business cannot thrive. But if you are somebody who is talking to yourself at all costs about how you're never going to get this done and you're never going to get that done, and life is bad, and your husband's bad, and your hemorrhoids are bad, and everything else is bad, and your throat is sore, and you didn't like your eye makeup, and your hair's going bad, and oh my gosh, the dog just threw up on the couch. If that's all y'all are talking about, that's what you're saying to yourself. You're never talking about anything great. You need to be encouraging yourself, and you need to look in the mirror and say you are somebody, and today you're going to do something great. And when you say it, mean it. And I'm not going to get off of this. Go take a shower, make yourself feel better, do your hair up a little bit, throw a little makeup on, do something. Do something to make yourself feel better. That's what you need to do. Do something. Put on some deodorant. It's 100 degrees out there. Everybody needs some deodorant these days. You know what I'm saying? Go sell some deodorant to all those people who don't think they need it, and they do. That would be a good thing for you to do. And ours is so inexpensive, so why not do it? Okay, so let me see what some of you are writing here. Okay, Wendy, laugh out loud hemorrhoids. I don't know where that came from, Wendy. Don't even ask. It just, suddenly I thought people are complaining about it. It's all good. It's up to you, Aaron, how far you want your Avon to go. That's exactly right. Anna, love it. You are my hero. Yes, it's out there. Aw, Anna, no, we are each other's hero, girl. Let me tell you something. We never forget where we come from, Anna, right? We don't. We remember the struggle when we first came here, and although there are still struggles, we are showing people how to push through them, and you do it every day, girlfriend. I love you. Okay, let's see here. So, what else can we talk about? I don't want to tell you too much about the caller. Why in the world should you get on the call tomorrow? I'm going to tell you everything about it. I'm telling you, you need to be there. And if you can't, don't fret. There's going to be a replay. We're going to take that live stream and we're going to keep that in there. We're going to share that in the Onward group. Remember that the live stream is going to be on the event page, okay? It's going to be on the event page. The call numbers are on the event also. I always tell people, dial into the call in case the live stream gives out. We have had those instances where I have had to keep talking, but we've brought the live stream back up for a part 2, a part 3, but sometimes when it doesn't work, we finish that call out on the phone lines. So try to make sure that you are on there, because you're not going to want to miss this. I've done a call similar to this, I think 2 years ago, when I was really struggling a lot worse than I am now with this taking it personal things. And I think it's going to help a lot of you who are new to leadership and you're bringing people in and you're feeling a little defeated about what your team is doing or not doing. Maybe you're feeling defeated because maybe your sales aren't exactly where they need to be. We are going to talk about this. We're going to talk about how you talk to yourself, how to not take things so personal, how those having trouble with those things can bother your success with your team. It can bother the relationship with your customers. People see through the facade, people. They really do. So you got to be true to yourself, which means don't take yourself so personally. You know what I'm saying? You got to get out there and be the best you can be. So that's what we're going to talk about. So hey, so I do have a story for you. You all know you love it when I give you stories, right? Okay. So here's my story for today, okay? So I hope this lady is not in my Onward group. I don't think she is, okay? Because I think she's been selling since Miss Albee was around or something. So let me tell you. So this is what happened. So I get a call from this district manager who says, hey, Molly, where are you still located? I tell her, and she says, I got a lady who has some brochures. She ordered too many brochures. She says, we've already credited them for them, but I need somebody to pick them up. She says, if you go pick them up, she says, then you can have those brochures for you and your team. And the lady's probably about 20, 25 minutes away from me. And I said, sure, I can do it. I said, I'll give you a call. So I give her a call. Hey, Miss Delosier, how you doing? My name is Molly, and I'm an Avon representative about 25 minutes from you. And I understand you have some books that you... She goes, oh, Lord, girl, yes. If you could come get these brochures in my house, I would so appreciate that. She goes, they've been trying to get somebody to come get them forever. And I said... Oh, I said, well, how many boxes do you have, Miss Delosier? And she says, only 2. I'm like, okay, that's not too bad, but okay. And she goes, well, I have some loose in the box, too. Okay, no problem. I said, I will be by there on Thursday in the afternoon, and I will take care of this for you. I said, you won't be home between 3 and 5. And she said, I will make sure I am. And I said, okay. So, over I go to Miss Delosier's house, just thinking that, hey, Amanda, hey, Anna, just saying, okay, let me go get these. So Lee's with me, right? So we go up. So I tell Lee, y'all know Lee's legally blind, so I don't want him going into some dark house that he doesn't know where anything is. So I tell him, baby, what we're going to do is I'm going to go up. This lady's probably just going to give me the books if they're not already sitting on the porch. Because I told her in the conversation that she could leave them on the porch if she wanted to. And she never said whether she was going to or not. So I said, if she is to give them to me, I'll go in the house. It's just a couple of boxes, and I'll bring them out to you, and then you can take them out to the man. And he says, okay, wow, that works great. So, so I go and I ring the doorbell, right? Get this house. I see that there's a for sale sign in the yard. So, you know, she answers the door, and she looks at me like, who the heck are you? Now, guys, hold on. Look. Meet Avon, I'm your girl. It was pretty obvious to me that I was with Avon. Just saying. Pretty obvious to me. Then I thought maybe she didn't have her reading glasses on or something. She was a little bit older, so maybe she couldn't read it. So I said, Miss Delosier? And she said, yes. And I said, Miss Delosier, I'm Molly. And she goes, okay. And I thought, oh no, this is not going to go well. Miss Delosier, I called you earlier about picking up the Avon books that you have. She says, okay. I said, oh my gosh, I'm at a loss here. What am I going to do? And she says, well, you going to come in and get them or what? I said, okay, I'm coming. No, you know, she was like 4 foot nothing, right? And I'm 6 foot, and she's intimidating me. I'm like, yeah, I'm coming in right now, I'm coming in. Come here and say hi. Come here. This is my great niece. Get over here. This is Mackenzie. Isn't she beautiful? Everybody say how beautiful she is. She is spending the night with her meemaw tonight, my sister-in-law, Ann. And she went, look, see, they all love you. Everybody throw her some love. Throw her some hearts. Throw her some thumbs up. Throw her something. Hold on. You're going to see him. Watch. Look at that. That's all for you. Okay, go. Okay, so back to the story, Miss Delosier. Okay, thank you guys. Mwah, appreciate that. So I say, okay. I said, well, Miss Delosier, where are the books? And she goes, oh, they're right in here. So, guys, I walk in, and I look, and I'm like, wow. She goes, here, and she gives me this one box. I'm like, okay. So I get the one box, and then I look. Now, you know how when you have a bunch of book boxes, sets of 60, how they bundle them 2 at a time? I don't know if they do that with everybody else, but here on the East Coast, they bundle them. She has these buggers bundled up. So she didn't have 2 boxes. She had like 6.5 boxes. She couldn't count. Let me be clear. Now I know she was as old as Ms. Albee, maybe. Okay, maybe. But she could not count. So I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, okay, well, you want me to grab them? And she goes, wait a minute, I'll give you which ones you need to take first. I'm like, oh, holy crap, I've got a crazy one here. What's going on? And so I said, okay. And she says, that one right there can go. And I said, which one? She goes, that one right there that's open. And I said, okay. So I take it, and the porch is a little bit longer. So I take the box, and I give it to Lee, and I'm like, oh my gosh, here, baby, go put this in the car. I'm going to go get the other boxes. I'll be right back. So I go get the first set of 2. She says, she says, I can't pick them up. You're going to have to. And I said, no problem. I got this. I can pick them up. So I grabbed the first one. They're all spiral. And I lift them bad boys up because I'm getting ready to take them out the door to Lee. And she says, you going to give me a receipt for these? And I said, a receipt? She says, yeah, showing that you were here. I'm like, if they ain't there anymore, Mr. Lozier, you kind of know I was here. And she says, that's not good enough. I said, oh, Lord, it is 98 degrees, and here I am. So I said, well, let me get the rest of them out of here first. So Lee thinks, because he took 2 boxes, right? Lee thinks that's all there is. He goes to get back in the car. I'm like, okay. So as I come in to get the last box, I turn around, I see he's not there. She closes the door. She locks me in with her. I'm like, oh no, psycho Avon lady is going to chase the 6-foot Avon lady all over the house. And stuff was all over the house. And Mama taught me, don't be going into strangers' houses. You should be standing outside the door. But she was 4 foot nothing, right? I thought it was safe and it was all good. So I go in and she says, sit down. I said, okay. I did not know what else to say. I said, okay. So I go to sit down and she says, not there. I said, okay, where would you like me to sit? She says, right there. I said, okay. So I sat right there on the end of her couch. My big butt was sitting on a little space like this. I was like, just hold on, one butt cheek. Just hold on. It's going to be all right. Just hold on. We're going to be out of here in a minute. She says, you know, I've been selling Avon since 1972. I said, wow, like, real excited for her because my butt cheek was holding on, right? I said, wow. And she says, well, what's that all about? I said, what you mean? And she says, the wow. Are you saying I'm old? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I am not saying no, ma'am. I'm just like, wow, that's amazing. Like, wow. Wow, and it's like she's reading my mind. She goes, do you mean wow, like Miss Albie wow? I was like, oh my God, she's psychic too. She heard me thinking she's as old as Miss Albie. Oh my God. I said, Miss Lozier, not at all. Not at all. Matter of fact, I said, I wouldn't think that you were a day over 49, And she says, oh, now I know you're lying to me. I'm thinking, oh, Lord, it's hot in this house. It is so hot in this house. And I said, okay, so like 1972. That's really awesome. So let me ask you, do you like how different it is? She goes, well, I used to have a territory, which is true for all you newbies. Avon representatives back then used to have territories. So Avon told you where you could get customers at. They were like, this zip code, this is where you go. And it's not like now where you could sell anyone you want to sell it to. And I said, wow, how was that? I said, and she goes, well, I had a pretty decent area. And she says, I wasn't bold like you. Okay, that is like the 3rd time that she has kind of like slapped me, but not slapped me in the face, kind of like. And I said, oh, I'm not bold. I'm thinking, booyah bold, incognito, booyah bold, incognito. I'm thinking, oh my Lord. And I said, oh, no, I'm not bold. She goes, I was that person who just said, yes, I certainly love Avon. And I have a really nice book here if anybody is interested to look at it. And I said, wow, I kind of use that too. And she said, no, you don't. I thought, okay, I don't, I guess, maybe. And I said, oh yeah, well, something like that. I said, you know what's good about Avon? I said is that everybody knows what it is. And she's like just staring at me, right? I'm like trying to make this conversation, trying to like get on her good side because I'm scared she's not going to let me out the door. And I said, everybody loves Avon. And I said, now I've only been doing it 12 years, so you could probably teach me a thing or two, Miss Delosier. And she says, I probably could. And I said, well, if you could give me your like best helpful hint ever, I said, what would it be? She said, always wear deodorant. I was like, what? And she says, always wear deodorant. You don't want none of them wet patches going on underneath the arm. I'm immediately doing this, right? Did she see a wet patch and I didn't know because I'm not that hot? What's going on? And I said, wow, I'm going to have to remember that one, Miss Delosier. I'm going to have to remember that one. And she says, I wasn't so sure about you when you walked in. She says, but I think I'm starting to like you. I thought, thank you, Jesus. Jesus, take the wheel. Oh, my gosh. And I said, well, I liked you from the moment I saw you. I just want you to know from the moment you opened the door, I just knew you were something special. She says, you can quit while you're ahead, young lady. She said, you just need to stop. And I said, do you still like me? And she said, yes, I do like you. And she says, I think you are somebody who knows how to laugh at herself. And I said, is that okay? And she said, I think that is a good thing. And I said, well, then I laugh at myself all the time, Miss Delosier. All the time I laugh at myself. Even before other people have a chance to laugh at me, I laugh at myself. And she says, I'm getting ready to move. So now the conversation is seeming a little bit normal. She says, I'm getting ready to move. I haven't sold my house yet. She says, my husband died last year. I said, oh, I'm so sorry. She goes, oh, don't be sorry. It happened last year. Okay. So I said, where are you moving to? And she said Crofton, which is probably like an hour and a half up the road from where she is now. And she says, but I have customers here in this county. She says, I'm not going to be able to service them any longer. And I said, do you not use your e-store website? And she says, no, I never did get into that. But she says, the customers I have, they ain't into that internet thing. They all think the government's trying to steal their money. Okay? Gotcha. I said, oh, I understand. And she says, but I've been trying to figure out just who would take care of them. And she says, I'm thinking you could be a good fit. What do you think? I thought, I need to give the right answer here, or I might not make it out of here alive. I said, I think whatever you think. That's what I think. She said, I like the way you think. So, I said, what if I went out to the car and got you about 15 business cards? And you took those business cards and your ladies at the senior place that you go to, what if you give them a card and tell them to call me? I said, look, I do this thing where I mail my brochures to my customers. And she says, why you do that? I said, well, a lot of my customers live way far away, and I said, so this way I know they're going to get a brochure. She says, that's genius, Molly. I thought I'd love to tell you that I thought of it, but I didn't. I got the idea from somebody else, but it does make my life easier. And I said, but I could mail them brochures if you would like me to take care of them. And then anytime they want to order something, they can just contact me. And I would be more than happy to be their Avon representative. She says, you need to know from the get-go, a lot of them are just like me. Do you think you can handle that? I did this. Sure, I can do that. I can do that. Yes, I can. I'm your girl. This one right here, I'm your girl right here. I'm your girl. I can do that. I said, are you okay with me servicing them? She goes, I told you 5 minutes ago that I was starting to like you. I said, but you never really said for sure. You just said you were. So she says, oh my God, girl, you so funny. Oh my God, I think I won her over, and I did not even know how I won her over. I said, you know, Mr. Lozier, I just remember that I left my husband out in the car. I think I need to like go out there and make sure he's okay, because you know, we got some stuff to do. I said, we got other people we got to take care of. She says, well, why are you sitting here then? Get yourself on out there. Go take care of the business you need to take care of before I change my mind. Okay. So, I need you to know that there are a lot of crazy older ladies out there in Avon. Don't go into their houses. This is your warning. Do not go into their houses. It is not safe. They will just question you to the ends of the earth. And my biggest challenge now is, she said all of these customers were just like her. I am not real sure about that, but I'm going to give it my best shot. And I hope you guys have enjoyed your laugh for the day, because as I was feeling unprotected and opened her door to leave, and the building started talking to me, and it said, the door has been opened. Alert, alert, the door has been opened. I thought, oh Lord, they're going to shoot me on the way out the door. What's going to happen here? And she goes, oh, it's all right. It just lets me know that, you know, somebody's coming in. She goes, you know, you got to be prepared for that kind of thing. I said, Mr. Lozier, you just need to let me talk to him, sister. Ain't nobody coming into your house from here on out. I have you know it's all good. So she never walked me to the door. She stayed sitting in her seat. And I said, don't forget to get... And I said, I am really glad that I met you. I said, you have made me smile today. And I have been needing that in this heat all day long. And she said, it was meant for us to meet. And she said, I look forward to you taking care of everybody I leave behind. Now, as I thought back on that story, I thought, thank you, Jesus, for getting me out of that. Thank you very much. I was very, very thankful. And I thought, this is where I am so glad I learned not to take myself too seriously, because I just was trying to roll with that, and she was not making it easy at all. I didn't have all the right answers, but I just kind of started making fun of me. And luckily she joined in, and I personally think she had many more of her senses together, and she just enjoyed taking advantage of that moment. But I hope to walk away with 15 or 20 more customers in the next 30 days. That hopefully they will all have a good time with me. But let's hope that I will make new friends, more money, and more believers in the Avon products and opportunities. So there is my story for the day. And I don't always have them, but I will tell you that was a doozy. It was just a doozy. It was. I love, love, love older ladies. She scared me just a little bit. Just a little bit. Yes, she did. And by the way, I think I want to be her in the tall form when I get a lot older. I think I want to be able. Can you imagine a 6-foot person doing that? And did I mention that butt cheek fell asleep? And when I stood up, I felt like I left my other butt cheek on the couch. I just need to say that because she only gave me a space this big. Thank you very much. I don't know why I felt the need to share that just then either, but I felt the need to share that. So, yeah. Yeah. So, anyways. Okay. Now, we have to watch this over again so we can hear the end of her story. Oh, my gosh. So, what happened? You can't hear? Oh, no. Did something happen and you guys couldn't hear it? Oh, no. Well, go back and watch it. It shall be fine. And if you didn't, that meant you weren't supposed to. That's right, Robinson. F-A-R-T. That's exactly right. That did not happen while I was there. Thank you, Jesus. I would have never gotten out, I am sure. So you have a good time with your customers. You have a good time with other representatives. And sometimes they can be a little bit scary, but that's okay because you're going to get through them. You're going to be able to tell your grandkids and your nieces and your team. And just when somebody says, I'm going to quit, you can say, let me tell you this story that Molly Stone Bit told me. You want to be glad that your life was just that simple after telling you about what happened with her. So yeah, that's where we were. So, thank you, Molly. Lost sound, visual jumping. Aw, Sandra. Mwah, Miss Sandra. Sorry about that. So, yeah. So, you'll be able to go back and you'll be able to watch this because once this loads back up, guys, you'll be able to go back and listen to my entertaining yet stressful story of the day. Also, keep in mind, if there are, if you're wondering, well, where are some of these other live videos that Molly has done? If you go up, if you're on your computer and you go up to the top of the Onward page, you will see where it says photos, and there are photos, and the videos are in there. Even the live streams are in there. Or if you're on your phone or whatever, I think you can go under the more info. And wherever you see the photos, I think the videos and the live streams are in there too. So feel free to go watch them for your entertainment. Believe me, sometimes I go watch myself for entertainment. It's been a crazy day, guys. A hot, crazy day. But all together, make sure you're on the call tomorrow night. Can't wait to see you. It feels so good to be back on a normal atmosphere with you guys. And for all the newbies that come into the group to be able to say, hey, I'm the crazy person who started this group of over 13,000 people, which, by the way, it did not start with 13,000. It started with 1. And gradually they said, there's this crazy lady in the U.S. that you just need to listen to her videos and that she shares stuff and she does this. But what's really great is we love the files and we love what she puts, but she just crazy. Yeah, I know. It's okay. See, I can laugh at myself, so that's why it's all okay in the end. So be sure to go back and rewatch it. Hopefully the whole thing did it. If not, you know I will tell that story again eventually because that is a keeper. That is a keeper. Miss Delosier, boy, she got the best part of me today, that's for sure. I'm thinking I got the best part of her. Okay? So I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm sure. I have a lot of work to catch up on. But I will tomorrow night. I will see you on the call. 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. Lee will start with the music. And it is going to be a blast to be back with you all after a month. And then we're going to spend an hour and we're going to talk about not taking it personally. How not to let these things affect your business and your life. And I hope that you're going to walk away with being a better person. A better business person. A happier person, and somebody who decides that personal stuff has got to go, life is too short, and I think you're going to be able to identify with a lot of things, because I'm going to walk you through some of my journey, life and business, show you what I was doing, show you where I was going wrong, and show you what I still do to correct it when I find myself doing it again. Okay? So, enjoy the rest of your evening. I'm going to go answer some posts and onward, do a little emails, and I will talk to you guys later. Hugs, hugs, hugs.